Okay, the first fly I'll tie, I guess, is going to be the brown bomber. Now, I tie these flies 2 or 3 different ways, but I'm going to tie them 2 different ways tonight. The first one is this, where I have the bead out front, and then I would put on the pheasant for the shell back, and then continue from there. Sometimes I will put the shell back in the front with a black bead, and then use some material for the gills instead. So it just, there's many ways you can tie them. And fish have never told me which way they like them best, so I don't know.
It's worked every way.
Well, yeah, pretty well. Pretty well, yeah. Anyway, here we go. So I've got the bead on, I pinched the hook. Next step is to put on some pheasant.
That hook you're using, Bob?
This is that clink hammer.
Clink?
Yeah, I like them for the bombers. They're strong, and they got a wider gap than the mustad hooks of the same. And it's the clink hammer 15BN. It's the size 10.
Where do you get them, Bob?
Pardon?
The hooks, where you...
Fishing hole.
Fishing hole or wholesale sports, either
Want
one.
to get them at wholesale, can I?
I think you can.
Cheaper, too.
Yeah, I've been buying a few of the hooks from wholesale sports in the 100 lots, especially the 2457s, Camco. You know?
That's a real nice hook, it is.
Yeah, and they're a little cheaper, you know, than buying that 25 shot. Now we need a little bit of copper, mylar. You tie it, this is blue on one side, brown on the other. So you tie it with the blue side up, because when you go to wrap it, it then will turn to the brown or the copper.
Did you dress the hook?
Pardon?
Did you dress the hook?
That's what I'm doing.
Oh, I thought you were putting...
But I'm dressing it at the same time. I cheat.
No, you're prudent with your time.
Hell, that's all he's got is time.
Then comes a piece of brown stretch floss. You can either use Superfly or still waters, whichever. I use both. I like them both.
Are you able to catch a fish and swan on this, Bob?
Yes, a few. I caught a few with it.
How many? How many? Come on, tell us, Bob.
Nah,
Come on,
a lot. A lot.
Bobby, over 40?
You mean the whole trip?
No, per day.
Sometimes. Sometimes. Not all the times. Hey, sometimes I didn't get that many.
But you didn't get skunked.
No. If you get skunked at Swan, you're in trouble.
bad.
You're in trouble. Okay, here we go.
You're
Now
taking
then.
the wrong hand, too.
Yeah, I know. But then we take a wrap always behind, I do. Just so that it can never run off the back. And let's get that out of the way first, I guess.
Well, you don't have the cradle.
Get it out of my way. There we go. And you just wrap it forward.
Is that a stretch floss?
Yeah, that's that stretch, Superfly. This is actually Superfly stretch flow. But I used either, whichever one happens to come first when I'm looking for it.
Yeah. Are you stretching that, Bob, or are you just laying it on?
No, the further up, okay, I stretch it hard at the bottom, and as I come forward, I try to just relax a little bit, Just try to make it a little bit bigger at the front end there. And I always come a couple of times over top just to kind of lock it in. And then we take our, oh yeah, you would. Why would you? Make a liar out of me.
Who's that?
There we go. I'll bet in the lakes that 90% of the fish are caught on chironomids and leeches,
Well,
and
that's
back swimmers and scuds.
That's not what Rocky says.
Ask Peter, he'll tell you. He'll agree with me.
Rocky's favorite black blue butter?
One day I'm going to learn to fish them with a flat line instead of with the bobber. Okay, now we need some peacock herring. Had some. There it is. I got to start tying a whole bunch of chironomids with gold beads. I have very few with gold beads. I started out, when I first started to tie them, with gold beads, and then got away with them with the pearl glass beads. I like it especially when there's algae in the lakes. If there's algae, I tied that on backwards when I wasn't paying attention. The pearl beads don't collect the algae like the this stuff.
Yeah, it sticks and it stains. And
Yeah, it's a little better, I think.
is there any algae up there yet?
No, I didn't see any. But I imagine it won't be long. Get some warm weather. Did I screw things up there? Sorry.
No, but having been here myself, I know somebody's gonna complain that you're blocking the light with your hand.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Rick.
And I tell you what, I kind of like a real bulky thorax. I looked at some of the chironomids that were up there, and some of them, they were getting pretty bulky, because they were getting ready to come to the surface. Now, also, I don't clip that close. I kind of like to leave a little bit of stuff hanging there, because I noticed on the chironomids there is a lot of stuff hanging on that wing case. Whether it makes any difference or not, again, I don't know. But they work, and I tie them from this size 10 clink hammer all the way down to a size 16 2457 Tiemco. And I didn't bring the,
The stands are here at home. Or didn't bring up the little.
I didn't bring my hard as nails.